Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV. Hope you're all doing well. You can't be doing well if you're a City fan. You can't be happy. You cannot be happy with what's happened. City have just drawn with Spurs at home by 3-3. Terrible display. I just noticed two of my world record. Well, my lad's world records is removed. I just noticed that now. Oh, gutted. Look, we can talk about the referee, and the referee decision at the end by Simon Hooper was disgraceful. It's disgusting because I saw basically. I'll talk about the rest of the game later, but this is important. It's 3-3. You're in injury time, okay? Haaland is coming back to get the ball. He's fouled. He slides like Bambi on ice. He gets up and he plays that ball straight away down the pitch to Grealish, who I don't know if he's offside. I need to see that again. But the ball he played to Grealish was through. Now, Grealish may not have the legs, okay? Someone might have got to him, Ben Davies or whoever. But Grealish was through about 20 yards outside the box. But he's through. And then the referee doesn't play the advantage. Now, you go back and watch that. When Haaland was on the floor, the referee put his arm up like to say, go on. He put his arm up. All right, Grealish wasn't offside. I haven't seen it again. But I was watching the ref. The ref put his arm up. He didn't blow his whistle. So he put his arm up and when Haaland kicks the ball. When he gets to Grealish, he blows his whistle. What the hell is that about? I'm sorry. If this is the best refereeing we've got to do something. You know, this is not a VAR issue. VAR has never been an issue, a big issue, I think, in football. It's the quality of our referees and our assistants. That's the problem. It's always been the issue, is the quality of our officials. The referees are pathetic. So when people always say, oh, VAR, and obviously this wasn't a VAR issue, but I'm just getting on my soapbox. It's because the referees are pathetic. And we saw it again today. The referee was awful. Having said that, so are we. Manchester City. That's the third game on the bounce that we've given up. We're winning each of those games against Chelsea, against Liverpool, against Spurs. We should have 6 more points than we do. But similar things have been happening every game. We've been awful in front of a goal. Okay, we have not been taking our chances. Okay, it's not that we've not been creating. We've been created loads. You can point your finger at whoever you want. You can point it at Haaland. Why not? He's got a very, very good chance, and he can hit a cow's backside with a banjo. And I've said again and again and again and again and again, you've got to take your chances. Early goals especially kill games. You've got to take your chances. Haaland's got to take his chances. And everybody can blow smoke up his backside. He's the best player in the world, blah, blah, blah. And he's up there. Don't get me wrong, he's up there. But you cannot take 3 or 4 chances to score 1 goal, buddy. You can't do it. I'm sure last season he was taking 3 chances to score a goal. Now he's taking 4. It's not good enough. You've got to take your open goals, basically. You've got to take them. Terrible. And defensively, again, 4 goals against Chelsea, a goal against Liverpool, poor defending, I think, and 3 against Spurs. What can I say? Shocking defending. And that is on Pep as well. Now, you can have a go at Ake for not, for getting beaten for the 3rd goal. But my point is, I said about Ake, why is he not starting games? Ake should be starting games. You're not going to tell me that currently Gvardiol and Akanji are better than Ake. Gvardiol is an accident waiting to happen. He's doing it again. There's a lot of lazy play. Okay, their 2nd goal, it was a lazy pass, flick on by Alvarez. It was Alvarez, I think, number 19. Lazy flick on. They come down. They score a goal. I'm not going to blame anybody else. I'm going to blame Alvarez for the shocking play. It's lazy all over the pitch again and again and again. Lazy play. Let's look at some of your points. 4 times. I don't think 4 times cheated. SBO, said Crybaiter. Well, I put SBO in timeout. Ref robbed us. Look, we robbed ourselves. First things first, City robbed ourselves. Ref didn't help at the end. Let's say Grealish was going to score. Ref didn't help us at the end. But we are not helping ourselves. We're robbing ourselves. I really don't understand what we're playing at. We are robbing ourselves. And it just isn't good enough. I'm going to have to do a bit of content tidying up. I think I got it right. It says, on my screen, it says Hocking Ref. Well, he's a Hocking Ref. Dre says, really not good enough to win the league. Back to being wasteful and conceding first shots and target. Ed really needs to make at least one save. He cannot stop the game when Grealish is free. That's what he did. Maybe he didn't see Grealish. That's what he's going to come out and say. I didn't see the guy there. Then why was Alan lobbing it forward? Too many chances waited, says Phil Foden. Couldn't agree more, buddy. Couldn't agree more. If he scored most of the chances. We've hit the crossbar. We've hit the post. Haaland's had a good chance. We've had enough good chances to win that game. We haven't taken them. And yet again, we're shocking at corners. Absolutely abysmal. You know, corners, we should not be pumping them into the box. We should just, when we get a corner, we should give it them back and say, take a goal kick. Because believe you and me, we're more dangerous when they've got a goal kick than when we've got a corner. Where did they score their first goal? On the break from a corner. When we get a corner, we should just give it to the opposition and say, take it as a goal kick. Because we're useless at it. We're just wasting our time. Chat was definitely onside. No problems there, guys. We did it to ourselves, says Alex, against Chelsea, Liverpool and Spurs. Dre says, yes, the referee was utter crap in that moment, but really, how can City go 3-2 up in the 80th and lose at home to this Tottenham side? I can't argue with you, Dre. I can't. Abu Khalid Ali says, again, poor Pep management after scoring 3 goals. Yeah, I'll lay them. Well, it's the team's attitude. It's the team's attitude to just these little flicks and these. I don't know what we're doing trying to take 3 men on. We got robbed. Oh, it's terrible. All right, let's see. Samukulisewi Mudao. Jambo! Samukulawesi. Jambo! To you, my friend. We got robbed. That should have been given us an advantage, but no, if we complain, we are Manchester City's fault. Jack would have scored a second goal, but we had to blame. We must do better. Well, look, we weren't good enough as well. We weren't good enough. We didn't take our chances. We weren't good enough. Don't let the refereeing calamitous decision at the end of the game hide or disguise the patheticness of our attitude. Our attitude is horrible. Dre says, yes, Axel left. Should have been defending like they did in the Champions League final versus Inter. What was that? Where was that? They haven't. The balls weren't there. They weren't putting it enough in. If you watched the Newcastle game against United last night, okay, you could see a team that wanted it more. Newcastle wanted it more than Man United, and that's what helped them to prevail. We didn't want it enough. We didn't put our bodies on the line. Paul from Edison as well says, Phil, Sean says, can't hold a lead. What happened to control football? Beats me, buddy. Hey, Andy, hope you're well. We are supporting complacent FC at the moment. Lazy. Oh, it's lazy. The way we're passing the ball is abominable. This is the best and most competitive league in the world. City has to do better if they want 4 in a row. It's going to be tough. Big Morgan said, we never look like winning. Well, after 80 minutes, we're winning 3-2. We should have looked like winning. But I really did think, just like in the Liverpool game, I tweeted when Liverpool went down 3-2 to Fulham when they were losing. As I was tweeting this gift to Liverpool fans, as I was tweeting, I thought, I'm setting it up for Liverpool to come back and win 4-3. And that's what they did at dying gate and end of the game. But we were up, and I just, like Big Morgan, I just thought Spurs will score. I just saw the way we were playing, Spurs were bound to score another goal, and they did. Faris, poor finishing and poor defending. What do you expect? I've said it all the time. 22 games we played in the league. We've kept 5 clean sheets. No, sorry, not in the league. In all games this season. That's league games. That's the Community Shield. That's the European UEFA Super Cup. That's the League Cup, Champions League. We've kept 5 clean sheets in 22 games. 5. And we played teams like Burnley, struggling to score. Sheffield United, struggling to score. Young Boys, twice. Red Star Belgrade. These are some of the teams we played against, okay? And we've kept 5 clean sheets. It's not good enough, and it'll cost you. It'll cost you. Absolutely right, Faris. I actually hope that they didn't give the penalty because we didn't deserve it. Guardiola is so far out of position. He's not. Well, I've not been happy with Guardiola. Okay, he's always making a mistake, lazy play, sloppy play, and I'm sorry, Nathan Ake is on the bench for this guy. Nathan Ake is on the bench for Akanji. Nathan Ake is on the bench for Ruben Diaz. No way should Nathan Ake be on the bench. I don't care about that last goal. You know, you can argue that some negativity about Nathan Ake, that Kulishevsky's got the jump on him and all that. But we should not be letting that easy crosses come in. Like someone said earlier, where were the bodies on the line? Where were the bodies on the line? There's no way that cross should have come in. Faris says these idiots who said it was okay to draw against Chelsea because we're top of the league, that was their excuse. I said it wasn't okay personally. I said we've had the chances, we've fluffed them, we're leaving ourselves wide open. You know, it's not just that we haven't got KDB and Gundogan. It's a mentality issue. It has to be a mentality issue. Absolutely, 3 terrible results. No one to blame but ourselves. As I said, don't let that refereeing decision at the end disguise the fact that we're simply not good enough. Haaland, by the way, absolutely shocking. Should have been benched. Absolutely. Well, I'm not sure about disgraceful, but it weren't good enough. Weren't good enough. You know, you pay the big bucks. And you expect him to score in the goals. Dress is spot on. Red 2 seasons ago, City used to be really good on set pieces. Now with a physically big team, can't score a corner kick. Absolutely. Haaland's 6'5" or something. He's 6'5". We've got all these players over 6 foot. Why are we not doing out? I wouldn't say Edison cost that 3rd goal. How? A header went past him. I'm not buying that. Whoever is the defensive coach needs sacking immediately. Andy Howell getting it in there. Andy going in 2-footed. Bet you Pep's going to say Tottenham are really sod that. We all know Tottenham are really good in transition. We saw that with the first goal. We saw that. You see that every time we play them. I haven't expected this. Our defense sucks absolutely, and we've got better personnel. The only person who we've let go is forgot his name now. Laporte. We let Laporte go. We've got Gvardiol. For me, that's an upgrade. But the way we're playing, it's shocking. Where's Stones? I don't want to see Stones on the bench. I want to see Stones playing. I want to see Rico Lewis playing. Drop Walker. Drop Gvardiol. That's your starting point. Drop those 2. Get Rico Lewis on. Get John Stones on. Get Ake on. Drop Akanji as well. I want to see Rico Lewis. And I don't care. Rico Lewis, John Stones. Let Diaz stay because we need a 4th defender. And Ake. That's it. Period. Man City's defense is vulnerable. Absolutely, mate. Drop Haaland. Why not? Why not? That defense and goalkeeper is shocking. Says healthy tips. Dre says City keep on winning the ball back with super pressing and couldn't score. Half the opportunities, waste of energy. Best to sit back and counter. We need a natural centre-back like Laporte and a solid workhouse middle. No, get Johnny Stones. Last 3 games he's been on the bench. Get him on the pitch. Gvardiol was pants. Well, I said he makes a mistake every game. City won't spend in January, so no fresh. We never spend. We spent once since Peps been here, and that was on Emery Laporte, who didn't play that much in the league. How many shots did Edmonds? Maybe 4. Atkins Stones are our best defenders by miles, says Andy. I said that all the time. All the time. Ake was out jumps. He's not the tallest, but he wasn't a bullet header. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not going to put any blame on Edison. I need to see it again, but I'm not going to put the blame on Edison. Vic for president says, I can't believe how soft that defense is. The complacency as well. That's awful. It's complacency all over the pitch. And that's what's annoying me. You know, when you're winning, these tricks and flicks, they look all right when you're winning. But when you're doing those flicks and just leaving others to pick up. Alvarez, 2nd goal. Where were you? You did that flick. Okay, what happened? It was useless. Useless. What did you do about it? You just stood there and let the defence deal with it while the fella scored. You lose it, that's the rule. That's the rule it should be. You lose it, you bust a gut. You lose it, you bust a gut to get back. He didn't. We see that too often. Too much laziness in our defence. And all over the pitch, actually. Give Ortega a chance as Edison was terrible again. Can't drop Walker, Bill City out. We play several times, but Aki must start. Rika must play in a Kanji or DS spot versus non-physical Tottenham side. No, see, go back a season. Go back 12 months. Okay? Go back 12 months. And your man, I need a drink. Go back 12 months. Rico Lewis was playing. Okay? There was no Walker. There was no Walker. We were talking about Walker's time at City being done. Okay? There was no Walker playing. Rico Lewis was doing the business. We were playing three at the back, Rico moving into midfield. Why on earth do we need Walker? You can't just use the defence argument because he's letting cheap crosses come in. Abu says, why not go back to basics, Mr. Pep? Play defenders in their main positions. It's annoying. We're getting rid. Oh, Big Morgan, you said it. You said it, man. Dre says, I don't want to hear about any pundit praise Tottenham today. They were awful, not good enough for top half. Absolutely. They should have been battered outside. And I'm talking about battered. Absolutely smashed to pieces today. I looked at it and I said, with this person, I predicted a 5-1, I think, in my chat with Bernard. But we were awful. Awful in front of goal. Awful in midfield. Awful defending. If we won that game, if we scored a couple of goals early in the first half, yeah, I think we absolutely battered them. But we just leave teams in games, and we've thrown 3 winning positions away in the last 3 games. Abukali says, I can see the trend, and this is what I was afraid of. Vic for president says, I don't blame Aki for the goal. I will tell you why. It's because Gvardiol did a silly foul and got a yellow card. It brings Zaki on the field, and he's still very cold in that. No, I'm not. No, Vic, I'm not blaming that he was cold and wasn't warmed up and all that. I'm not buying that. I think Aki was somewhat at fault because you cannot be going in for a ball with a standing start when there's a fella coming from behind you who's going to leap and just beat you in the air. Now, whether someone should have told Aki that there was a man on, whether Aki should have known the man was there, that I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. You can let me know in the comment section below if you want, if you really want. But I think there's some blame attached to Aki for that. But Aki should have been starting that game. Gvardiol's been making too many mistakes, and Aki's too good a defender to basically our best defender last season. Aki was our best defender last season, and he's been discarded. Why? It's crazy. And he says, Walker was out of position a lot, jogged back when Spurs attacked at 3-2. It was criminal. This is on Pep. Absolutely, Big Morgan. Because Pep picks the captain, or he lets the players pick the captain. Pep is the one who should be super motivating these players. They're not motivated enough. You saw Rico Lewis come on. See his... how incandescent he was with rage. Wow, I'm spitting everywhere. Sorry, guys. See how angry he was when he thought he wasn't going to get the goal kick. That's what I want to see. I want to see balls, man. That's what you want to see on the pitch. You want to see people giving it everything, people getting mad and playing with 110%. We didn't see that. Gray said it should have been 5-1. Yeah. Tottenham kept playing. We kept messing it up. Gvardiol, we can't play the centre-back to centre DM tactic if Stones doesn't play. Well, we can. We can. Because we don't need to have the centre-back. We can play Rico Lewis on the right and let Rico Lewis go into midfield. I have no problem with playing Stones on the right or Akanji on the right and Diaz in the middle, Aki on the left. Why can't we do that anymore? I don't understand it. Dre says, should have been 5-1. Tottenham kept playing out from the back with no common sense and City let them off. Absolutely right. Absolutely. Gvardiol is a central defender, not left back. I think he can play both, but he's not good enough. He's not good enough. Simple as that. He's only 21. He might get better. He might become good enough. But right now, Gvardiol isn't good enough. He certainly isn't good enough to keep Nathan Ake out the side. I think that's criminal. Nine goals in 4 games. I think you're going to have to add that up. 1 against Liverpool, 2 against Leipzig, 3 against Spurs, 4 against Liverpool, against Chelsea. That's 10 goals in 4 games. 10 goals in 4 games. We consistently waste chances with a bad defense. Absolutely. You cannot get by with a poor defense if you're going to keep missing chances. I've said it again and again and again. We keep missing. These are not half chances or, less than that. We're missing gilt-edged opportunities. And when you keep missing them, we're leaving teams in the game. Chelsea, we should have been miles clear of Chelsea. We left them in the game. We kept making cock-ups. Liverpool, we should have been out of sight. Left them in the game. Ended up drawing. Leipzig, we got lucky. We got lucky with Leipzig. We got 1-3-2. And now this, terrible. Andy says that Gvardiol is a very good centre-back. Believe me, we are not using him in his best position. He should not be playing left-back. That should be Nathan Ake. Good point, Dre. 1 goal conceded versus Liverpool looks like a defensive masterclass. We were awful today. Let's check my messages. I can't even be bothered. Can't be bothered. I mean, freezing me nuts off today working. Working outside in about 2 degrees. My hands, after about an hour and a quarter, my hands were frozen. I was supposed to have some protection. I was in, I won't tell you about my terrible gig. And then you come back for this. You're legging it back. There was a accident or something on the motorway, and you're sitting in traffic, and so you've had a crappy old gig, terrible conditions. Then you get a 20-25 minute delay on the motorway from an accident, and then you watch that shower of shite. Liverpool and City are defensively very poor, says Andy. Vic says, really need. What difference is KDB going to make? That's the truth. What difference? Because it's defensively, we're conceding goals that we shouldn't be doing. Ayo says the first goal and third goal against City, Edison should have done better. I'm going to go watch him again. I was going to watch him again. I'll tell you what, my match of the day is ruined. When Fulham were beating Liverpool 3-2, I thought this would be a great match of the day tonight. Going to watch Liverpool lose, going to watch City win. It's going to be so much fun. And it was nothing like that. Now, Liverpool have come back to win at the death, and City have thrown it away at the death. I'll not be watching match of the day tonight. But at least Liverpool win or draw from behind. It's about the 3 points. Absolutely. We are now, I don't know where we are. Eyes are up, you're well. Pep needs to sort out he's not going to sort out the defense. I tell you for free, Pep is not going to sort out the defense because he's not going to do anything different. He's not going to do anything different. Let's look at the table. Yeah, people say it's early in the season and blah 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 blah. Okay, Arsenal 33 points, Liverpool 31 points, City 30, Villa 29, Spurs 27, Newcastle 26, United are only 6 points. This is what look. Man United are 6 points behind us. They've got a negative goal difference, and they're 6 points behind us. They've lost 6 games this season. 6 out of 14. They're 6 points behind us. It's just not good enough. It isn't. It absolutely isn't. We should have beat Liverpool. Liverpool should be sat there with 30 points. We should be on 32. And then we should have beat Spurs. And then we should have beat Chelsea. Chelsea was struggling. I just cannot accept the shocking football that's on display. And this is at least we have home FA Cup again. So does feel, oh, mate. I bet you, and knowing my luck, I've got a gig, I'm pretty sure, on the 1st January first Saturday in January. On the 6th, I've got a gig on the 6th of January. Knowing my luck, I don't know what time that gig is. 12:30 to 2:30 over in Warrington or Liverpool. Was it Woolston? So that's miles away. Knowing my luck, that FA Cup game will be then. Knowing my luck, it's just the way things are. It's just the way things are at the moment. I'm going to check how far, because it's one of those things I have to come home after my gig. You can't go to this gig. I'm hoping it's in Warrington. Yeah, it's in Warrington. But still, I have to come home after the gig to empty the car because I've got a ton of stuff there. Dre says, I'm not going to say Edison was awful, but a top goalkeeper is expected to make at least one top save per game. Ed should make one save. Dougie says Simon Hooper is a clown. Oh, it was terrible refereeing, Dougie. But I said earlier in the show, we cannot use the poor refereeing. And it was shocking refereeing because I'm going to pop my drink out because I'm going to lose my voice the way I'm going. The thing is, when Haaland was fouled, okay, he got up, he knocked the ball forward. The referee had his hand up. He didn't have his whistle in his mouth. I thought he must have blown the whistle already, or he was just about to do it. His hand was in the air. And it was when the ball had gone forward, then he blows his whistle. What gives? How can you do that? You've got to play the advantage. But what I said is the poor refereeing should not mask or detract or take anything away from our shocking display. We just not got it in us at the moment. And this feels okay. Forgive me for saying this, but this feels like that season where Liverpool won the league. It feels like the 2019-2020 season when Liverpool won the league. It feels like that. We're not as bad as we were there, but we'd given up. They said after 8 or 9 games, I think it was Bernardo Silva said, basically, they knew they'd lost. They knew that it was going to be very difficult to catch Liverpool. We'd just given up too much, and Liverpool dropped, was it 1 point in about 8 or 9 games? I'm sure they thought after 8 games, we were 8 points behind, and we weren't going to catch them. They'd already given up, and it feels the mentality isn't there. City could be 3 points clear, winning all those draws late. What's going on? Look, mate, even if we'd won 2 of them, okay, we'd be on 34 points. We'd be top of the table. Our goal difference would be somewhere at about 4 or 5 better than Arsenal's. Okay, Liverpool would be 1 point further back. They would, if we'd beaten them, they'd be on 30. So yes, it's ifs, buts, and maybes. But it's not ifs, buts, and maybes. It should have been. We should have been winning those games. Oh, Luke. Luke, my man, Luke. There you go. We don't need you, Luke. You can enjoy your time out, Luke. City, I tell you, if James Maddison was playing City, would have lost that. Oh, right. If he was playing for them, who knows? Luke can do one. I've booted him. Let's look at some points. 9 goals conceded. It's 10, Doug. It's 10. We let 4 goals in against Chelsea, 1 against Liverpool, 2 against Leipzig, and 3 against the Spuds. That's 10. 10 points. 10 goals. Chris Welch can easily blame refs, but need to look at your... Oh, I've said it. Don't let the refs' performance disguise another poor display. Complacency. It's lazy play. I see it all over the pitch. I see it from Guardiola. I see it from Walker. I see it from Rodri. I see it from... I saw it today from Alvarez, Haaland, all over the pitch. There needs to be somebody kicking them up the backside. Now, last year, that might have been someone like Gundogan. Maybe KDB, if KDB's back, but it's not good enough. Luke's gone, Dre. Luke's gone. Luke's. I was only putting him in the timeout, but he's been banned. Maybe Faris is still around because I think Faris has got moderated duties as well. He's got moderated privileges. Maybe Faris has banned him, but I thought I'd put him in a timeout, but he's been given the boot. Hassam says, when will Guardiola stop with his experiments? Didn't we have enough? I can't believe it. We've we've seen how good we can be. We've seen how good we can be with people like Rico Lewis playing. I don't know what's wrong with John Stones. Obviously, he's not fit enough because he's been on the bench last 3 games and he hasn't played. What's the point of putting him on the bench? Just leave him in the hotel or something. Leave him in the stands. Don't waste his time. So if he's fit, he's got to play. Abu Khalid Ali, good point. We play Aston Villa in 3 days' time without Rodri is the issue. Without Grealish, I'm not bothered. Okay, and Doku went off injured. So is Doku going to be fit? We've got to win that game, Abu Khalid. Got to win that game. But Aston Villa are doing very, very well at home. It's going to be a nightmare of a game. Alvarez played brilliantly. I'm going to have to watch the highlights, mate, because I don't agree. The second goal was partly, a good chunk of it was Alvarez's fault. Sean says, feels more like the 2016-17 season to me when Pep didn't know what he was doing. Pep must know what he's doing because the new players, all right, after Kovacic got injured, he's hardly featured. So there's only Gvardiol this season. There's only Gvardiol who's playing regularly. Aston Villa's going to be problems, says Dre. Absolutely, buddy. How can you give him an advantage and cancel it? I don't understand the guy. I don't understand the ref. If he turns around and says, I didn't see Grealish there. You don't say to him, you should have gone to Specsavers. It's do one, buddy. This is the problem. Referees are awful. Stones must play with no Rodri. I agree, Dre. Absolutely. Alvarez was shocking. He was a passenger most of the game. I like him, but he's a central midfielder. He needs to play on the right. He's not. But he's in. Thing is, I said to Bernard, we were chatting the other day, 2 or 3 days ago, and I said, I don't want. I think I couldn't see a position in the team for Alvarez. I just couldn't see it. You know, I didn't have him in my team to start the game, Alvarez, because I just don't. It works hard, but working hard is not the be all and end all. And it's all right. That's the correction. Not a central midfielder. Abu Khalid Ali says that's why Pep should be planning well for Aston Villa. Cannot just play every game as no Rodri, no Rodri, no Grealish. If Doku's out, maybe no Stones. You know what we're going to do. Austin says Gvardiol left back, Akanji inverted, Alvarez 10. No, I want. Excuse me. We've got to have Ake left back. John Stones, excuse me. If John Stones is fit enough, John Stones got to play. I want to see Rico Lewis. What's the kid done wrong? Pep is a legendary manager, says absolutely, but he's not perfect, and clearly both he and the players are way off it. Edison faced 4 shots, 3 goals. Healthy tips. Hey, so I said I guess he had 4 shots and he let 3 in. Alvarez is doing a job because KDB's out, but I still maintain Gabby J was better. Yeah. I'm not going to. I think for the role for the role Alvarez is doing, is he any better than Gabriel Jesus? It's because KDB is injured. Clavi says the Premier League should fix its refs, its decision causing teams games. Yeah, but we had enough chances to nail this game, to put it to bed. All those experiments are not working. Yeah, I agree. Akanji should not be the guy. Akanji should not be your man to move into midfield. Okay? That's your John Stones. That's your Rico Lewis. Those guys can do it well. Akanji can't. Gvardiol can't. Why can't you use John Stones or Rico Lewis in that role? I just don't get it. LT tips, KDB. Well, the thing is, apparently KDB himself has said he's looking at turn of the year, January. So I guess that's what's going to be. It's going to be January. Clavi says Gvardiol should up his game. Well, I don't know. I'm running out of my own steam now. I'm running out of steam. Guys, if you're new to the channel, if you're just flicking through YouTube and you've popped along and seen us here, please subscribe to the channel. I think we're on about 12,500 subscribers. It'd be nice to keep nudging along. I'll tell you how many we've got. 12,579 subscribers. It'd be nice if you guys can join. Anybody new, and give us a thumbs up, give us a like. Give us a like if you can. It's always nice to get likes. Always nice. I'm just going to do some blocking on Twitter. Don't understand people. You're talking about politics and they want to talk about Manchester City. Well, you know, if I put tweets up about Manchester City, then talk. I'm just looking at this again from Haaland. So Haaland, okay. I'm just watching it again. So the ball comes out. It's played up to Haaland. Haaland touches it. He's fouled. He slides, carries on. Referee puts his hand up to say play on. As soon as the ball gets through to Jack Grealish, he calls it. He blows his whistle. So Haaland's on the floor. He's got it. He put his hand up to say carry on. As soon as he gets through to Grealish, he blows the whistle. He blows the whistle. Not good enough. Not good enough. Cheers, Ray. Take it easy, buddy. Arsenal fans gloating. Yeah, well, Arsenal fans a little bit more consistent. Arsenal are digging in, getting the points at the death. They get the points. Liverpool at the death, they're getting points. What are we doing? Giving it up. Right, guys. I think that's my feel. I mean, what a terrible evening. Terrible. And the world is a terrible place. And yeah, it's going to be tough. Awesome, tough. The way we're playing, it's not good enough. And look, we're only 2 points off the top, but it ain't good enough. Simple as it isn't good enough. Isn't good enough. I don't know what's going to change. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, mate. Curse the Champions League. I don't know. Some players have gone. Some players are not mentally at the races. They're not. And that's why we're making too many mistakes. And it's true, Clavi. Look, as I said, we've kept, was it 5 clean sheets in 22 games? 5 clean sheets. 5 clean sheets. It's not good enough. Oh, it better not get worse before it gets better, because we got a game against Aston Villa on Wednesday. And that is going to be a tough old game. Guys, thanks for joining me today. It's not been... We didn't lose. Look at the bright side. We didn't lose. Guys, look after yourselves. Have a good evening. And we will see you around Blues.